The electric play of the week for the third straight week. Denzel Clarke is with us here on the set, A's Cast Live. Tony Kemp is sticking around for this also, and Tony will be a part with us later on, A's Cast on NBC Sports California. So we talked to you after you won it the first time, and then you crash into the wall here and you win it a second time. And then what you did in Anaheim, where it looked like you were going to scale the wall and run up the rocks and catch the ball. How does it feel now to win the award 3 straight weeks?
I mean, it is crazy. After the second one, I'm just going out here playing ball. It's cool getting recognized for it. After that play in Anaheim, I was like, people were telling me, you're going to win it for a third time. I'm just like, I mean, after playing that, I'm like, I probably will. So it was crazy. It was crazy.
Well, you should. It was amazing. So what is that like that you've made the 3 catches, the highlight reel all over MLB Network, all over ESPN? You're getting the top 10. You're getting the number 1 out of the top 10 on ESPN. It's all over social media. Take us through the first 3 weeks in the big leagues and how everybody's paying attention to what you're doing in the outfield.
Yeah, and it's definitely humbling. I mean, they get to the big leagues, and it's the best in the world for a reason. So it's just learning to adjust to the speed of the game, the pace of the game, just knowing what you bring to the table. You're going to have to make an adjustment. So I know I bring my defense to the table, and I'm glad to go out there and help the team win with that. Hitting's a different beast up here, so making those adjustments as well. But, just super happy to be in the big leagues for these first 3 weeks and see how I can continue to grow and help the team as I progress.
Now, I don't want to take any credit, but let's talk about our text message that we went back and forth before the Toronto series. That was big. I feel like I was just able to see you in a different perspective of the game looked a little fast. And I just wanted to text you and say, like, hey, breathe, visualize some good things happening. Not taking any credit because you went out there and did your thing, but take me through that catch on the wall.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's when things really started settling down for me. It's just, I mean, you get to the big leagues and it's just like, okay, there's the imposter syndrome a little bit. It's just like my first time up here. It's just like, okay, like I got to come up here and do my thing.
Do I deserve to be here?
Yeah, almost. That's yeah. It's kind of what it is. And I trust my ability. I trust everything, all the work I put in. But it's almost just like, okay, you build it up so much your whole life. It's just like, okay, now that I'm here, what's going on? But that catch really helped me settle things down. It's just like I've made those catches before, like in the minors in college. Just like this is baseball. And I'm just going back doing it again. So after that, floodgates really opened for me. Just continue to build off of that.
Yeah. And then you went to Toronto, did your thing, hit the home run with the catch. Because I remember when you hit for the cycle in AA, I'm like, this kid's got it. The hitting will come. The hitting will come.
Yeah, no doubt.
Talk about, you saw that it was too fast.
Yeah.
What did you see, and what made you think I got to text him to help him out?
Well, I've seen Denzel Clarke in a sense of when the game is slowed down. So when you're in Midland when you hit for the cycle.
Yes.
Right? So I got to see those clips on Instagram, the confidence that this guy was walking out to the field, how he was rounding the bases, what his demeanor was. And then when things weren't going too well, it was the body language. And it was, I strike out and then the game might be over. But now I feel like he's able to slow the game down a little bit more. I just saw 2 different players, and now you can tell that he's slowing the game down a little bit better.
Well, one of the things that we have definitely all noticed, and we talked about this the last time we had you on from the Rogers Center, where, you talk about you're 6'4". And when you're 6'4", you got long legs, you got long arms. And
He's 6'4"?
He's 6'4". My comparison, people are like, what's the comp? My comp was Randy Moss, right? 6'4", 220, the way he gets after it, because he's got the track skills from mom and parents. You got the track skills playing, but you talked about shortening up. And we've seen that, getting more compact with the offense. What have you been working on, and how's it been going?
Yeah, the biggest thing, just simplify, keep things compact. Like you said, big body, long arms, a lot of moving parts. So it's just, how can I just keep everything coordinated while staying athletic at the same time and just being me? So just been working on being early, just making my moves simple, setting everything up early, and just being ready to trust my eyes and trust my athleticism when the pitches come to the plate.
So the adjustments obviously are so key. So when he talks about slowing it down, have you felt like things are slowing down inside the box?
Absolutely, for sure. Just comes with the routines. And with everything, you got to make sure you breathe. Breathing just helps you stay grounded, helps you get reconnected to where you're at. So that's been very, very helpful as well.
Yeah, in aggressive counts, I feel like that's when you do well. You're looking for one pitch, one spot, you get it, and you're going. I feel like I got in trouble when I was a little bit too passive or second guessing myself in the box. When you're in the box and you're feeling good, you're not thinking about anything. And lately, I feel like you've been doing that too.
Yeah.
So keep it up.
Appreciate it.
It's interesting when you bring up and then you agreed with the whole thought process. Do I deserve to be here? Because usually the fans think, oh, you get called up. This is like the greatest thing. You're like running around the clubhouse, and it's not that you got to fit in. There's, luckily this is not some super veteran ball club, because back in the day, veteran ball clubs weren't necessarily the most welcoming place, right?
It was a little bit of a grind at first, but yeah.
So just talk about that, like, the process of where you are now versus where you are in the beginning, where it's like, do I really deserve to be here? To where obviously you deserve to be here.
Yeah, it's I think just the biggest thing. One thing I've just worked on through my whole career is my defense, and I've been told since I was like in high school, it's like you can play defense in the big leagues right now, which is like a huge compliment. But it's just like being able to, again, once in that Toronto series, when things settled down for me, it's just like, okay, this is what it means. Okay, I can play in the big leagues, I can play defense here. It's the same game, and then with hitting and stuff, again, it's a lot of refinement, a lot of adjustments that I need to make that are going on. So it's just like it's almost like day after day. It's just like, obviously, you got to be committed to what you do and be committed to yourself. But it's also just like, trust the work you put in. They're not going to call you up if they don't think you belong there. So it's been awesome just being able to settle in.
And also, one thing that I'll leave you with that I want you to do too is that positive self-talk that I am elite. I'm here. I belong. Because sometimes when you're out there, you do have that imposter syndrome, and that confidence is the hardest thing to hold on to because you're playing a game of failure at the highest level. So continue to do it right and believe in yourself and trust in everything that you're doing.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that, man.
It's so funny that you say that, because we Steve Sachs, he'll be sitting here. I mean, this guy won 2 World Series, a 5-time All-Star, right? He's one of only 5 guys in the history of the game to have 200 hits in both leagues and everything. But he always talks. It's like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
You had 14 years. I mean, it's tough. It's like you work so hard. It's a game of failure. You do have to sometimes sit there, and you guys can both talk about this. Like, you got to learn how to enjoy yourself.
You got to take a step back.
Leagues.
But see, this is where it's hard too. Is you got to put yourself in his shoes of getting called up. You're about to play the Blue Jays. I'm from here. I got 100 people in the stands. I want to do well. I can't sleep because I'm so amped up to go into this game. Like, it's not just. You want it to be just baseball, but it's a lot more than that. And so, we talked about you're compartmentalizing certain things. You're like, all right, family's here. Okay, friends are here. Baseball's here. And you're just putting things in boxes. So, it's hard.
And talk to him also something that this is great, because it's stuff you're not going to get everywhere, where you talked about the adrenaline. You guys talk about the adrenaline, that the minor league adrenaline is different from the big league adrenaline. So when you slam into the wall here in West Sacramento, you may feel like Superman, but later on at night, you're not going to feel like Superman.
Feeling like Clark Kent later at night. But no, for real. Big league adrenaline is the real thing. It's just like you don't realize how much it plays until you're here. And it's just like everything's just moving faster. Like the game feels like it's moving faster, but like you feel like you're running a little faster. Bat gets through the zone quicker. It's just like throwing like 90 instead of 86 from the outfield. So it's just like, I don't know, the body's just feeling a little better. But it's again, that's the biggest thing. Just slowing the game down and having a process to do that. So that really helps manage the adrenaline and everything that comes with it. So. Yeah.
So you don't think about that, but there's a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, when you're playing in the minor leagues and you're going out and you're playing in front of 2,000 fans, and then all of a sudden you go, if that, and then you're going and playing against the Astros, and then all of a sudden it's 30,000. And when you hit those lines, just naturally your adrenaline and your blood are just going to flow faster, I feel like. And those hits are just going to take a toll.
Yeah.
So we can expect to have you back next week for week 4 of the electric play of the week.
Yeah, I'm going to just keep going out there and helping the team.
I mean, just win it every week.
That'd be very cool. I'm going to do my thing.
Have you noticed offensively that what they're trying to do? It's always a game of adjustments, right? And you're going to adjust from the time you get in to the time you retire. You adjust the league adjusts to you. Have you noticed some of the things that they're trying to do to you, or have things changed a little bit since you've been up here?
Yeah, there's always just gonna be like you said, the adjustments. They're gonna see if you can hit the heater. They're gonna see if you can hit spin, and then they're gonna make a plan off of that. So yeah, just continue to adjust what they do to me and keep myself going from there.
Hey, keep doing it.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Good stuff.
Appreciate it.